Hey everybody, it's Safi and Marco Dish Out on Movies, the only movie review show on YouTube to review movies in terms of food. And it's just Marco here. I finished season 1 of the X-Files yesterday, and it won't be released technically until today, which is going to be Thursday when this video uploads, but I did finish it on Tuesday. And let me tell you something, it was a chore. I'll just say that right now. It was not a fun experience at all. It was just making me want to go crazy, and I think by the end of this I'm going to look like a lobotomy patient. That's how bad it is watching this in such a fast pace, because with Monk, another show I've seen this year, I'll watch like an episode or two a day, and it's such a better experience to do that and let things absorb more and to think about things a lot more and dissect what I'm watching and think about, did I like that? Did I not like that? When you watch because the thing is, I should have watched 16 episodes a day to do 12 hours, which would make it end up to where it would only take 2 weeks. But instead, I'm only going to watch 9 a day because that's all I can take, honestly. Seriously, it's really bad. This show. I think the main word for this show is consistently inconsistent. It's funny how when we reached 217 subscribers, that's when we started watching the X-Files. The amount of episodes the show actually has. I guess it's a celebration of 217 subscribers rather than 200 subscribers. Smoking Man is a joke. Is he supposed to be scary? LOL. I think the big tagline of the season is trust no one. That was an iconic moment. The season started off on a 3-episode A+ streak, and then after that it was an endless string of inconsistency. 37% of the season's episodes were a C grade. That's almost half of the entire season, and it leads to my biggest problem with the season thus far. The series thus far. I feel like the creators put more effort into certain episodes and leave others by the wayside. They don't care if they have a mediocre episode like Eve, because what they really care about is an episode like Fallen Angel. So the 9 UFO episodes have a ton of huge issues and are generally inferior. So many episodes have fantastic concepts that are wasted with traditional narratives, such as Lazarus. In that one, Scully's friend and a bank robber are on the brink of death, and the bank robber's soul gets transferred into the friend's body. There's this ambiguity about if it was really just the robber and not also her friend's soul. It's really confusing. Is he really just the guy, or is he not? Is he just thinking he is? What's going on? But then that's all wasted on a stupid plot where his former girlfriend takes him and Scully hostage. What a waste. He could have been an awesome character in the show, being the 3rd member of the X-Files team, a guy who came back to life against the odds and switched souls for an episode. Or maybe he just forgot who he was and he was delusional. There could have been something really good and to have him... Oh shit. I've got to read this as a script because I wrote down... There's all these little details I wouldn't be able to remember if I just did it offhand. There are so many C-grade episodes, that's basically all there is to talk about. That's not good. A particularly frustrating episode is Shapes. It's the Native American episode, which worried me because of how lazy these writers are in regards to non-UFO episodes. And my worrying paid off as the episode was boring and predictable. That made me upset because they wasted good actors and a good potential to explore Native American myths and culture. Then there's a whole list of episodes in the season that don't even fit in the X-Files category. The worst episode of the season was easily Born Again. It was not only boring and predictable, but it also repeated storylines from previous episodes. And creators have some fixation on enemies that are unassuming and innocent. Honestly, that literally never works the entire season. The best villains are the evil ones. The ones who are obviously evil, that is, and not like, are they evil? Are they innocent? Specifically, Eugene Toombs from episodes 3 and 21. His episode is probably one of the scariest episodes ever in television history. Then they completely ruin it in his sequel episode, Tombs. He's turned into a joke and a monster who's pretending to be an innocent guy. It's sad that they wasted his return instead of using a sequel episode concept to improve on a mediocre episode like Genderbender. That episode felt like it was obviously left open for a sequel. There were so many unexplained aspects to the story, and the fact that no one is ever arrested for the murders is dumb. My absolute favorite episode was Ice. I know people have mentioned it was an homage to The Thing. Well, I haven't seen The Thing, so I wouldn't know or care. Ice felt like it could have been the series finale because of how suspenseful it was and intense. The feeling of isolation and claustrophobia was scarier than the creatures of all the other episodes. Both main characters were tested and had to have a mini arc in order to survive the episode. And there was no interference from the government, like in other episodes, there's this annoying, casual interference from them that really kind of brings the episodes down because they were trapped in the middle of nowhere in a closed-off building. Then at the end of the episode, the place is destroyed. That's a common theme in this season. With the most important cases, they always lose somehow. Even in episodes where they win, they only win temporarily. I am not a fan of formulating the episodes, because it often leads to laziness, as I've proven already. The better episodes are the ones that break the formula. Go figure. Mulder's character I obviously love. He's funny and nice and persistent to get to the truth. And the people he works with often make fun of him and nickname him as being spooky. And I don't think that storyline was emphasized enough to ever matter as much as it should have. It matters because his fellow agents won't stand up for him or help him. I really wanted that storyline to lead somewhere by the end of the season. Instead, his arc mostly involves Deep Throat, and he's unconscious for when the lesson matters most. He really learns the lesson in between seasons 1 and 2. He actually has stronger arcs in small-time episodes like Fire and Young at Heart. Scully is a problem to say the least. She's the Sharona of X-Files. She's a consistent denier of actual evidence, which just reminds me of the idiots out there who denied the JFK assassination conspiracies. And she makes frustrating decisions that greatly impact episodes. The biggest offense is in Beyond the Sea. It was a perfect episode where Brad Dourif may or may not be psychic. That's the mystery. Scully believes the entire episode secretly, and the performances are amazing. The two main characters' personalities are switched. Then it's all ruined at the end when she refuses to be there with Brad Dourif's character while he is executed. His character was the most sympathetic one in the episode, and he dies a horrible, sad death. It affected me. She doesn't want to hear her own father's message from the afterlife because, quote, she already knows what he has to say. Also, she doesn't want to believe because she's scared. That totally ruined her character forever to me. Fuck Scully forever. Overall, I would say Season 1 of The X-Files is nothing special. The ideas and characters are, though. And somehow those things shine through the endless shitstorm that is this show. My rating for the season is the food at Tropical Smoothie. There's a lot of potential there, and their food used to be amazing. I have gone there ever since it opened back in like 2012 or 2011, or 2010 actually, that's when it opened. But as it went on, the consistency of the food just kept waning. First, the hot sandwich turned into a cold sandwich. Then the bacon became too gross and too rubbery to eat. then the tomatoes, then the lettuce, and then there wasn't enough ranch dressing on the sandwich, which was fucking ridiculous. And finally the meat, the cheese even, and the meat were basically inedible and gross. Made me want to throw up. They just, ugh. I can't even describe how gross they are. Like, Subway has been around forever, and their turkey has always tasted fine. Like, how hard is it to have turkey that tastes good? And they added a weird new ingredient to my favorite smoothie, the Mocha Madness smoothie, that not only gave me food poisoning multiple times, but it also impacted the overall taste of the smoothie. The smoothie no longer tastes like itself, but I keep going back there every couple of months because their good qualities shine through their bad qualities. So, that's my review of season 1 of the X-Files. I don't like the show at all. I don't want to watch it at all. This season just felt like a huge waste of time to me, and I really regret choosing to watch it. You know, there are good episodes here or there. I would have just preferred to do like one episode and to see if, or maybe like a handful that I pick out that like sound like they'd be good. But watching this whole series is kind of like, it might be the worst thing I've done the whole year, honestly. Like, I hate it. I completely hate it. And I don't see why anyone would want to watch this show for 11 seasons and 2 movies. So that's, and you know what else? It gives you bad dreams too, because you watch the show for hours and hours and then you go to sleep and it affects your dreams too. And so that's how bad this show is. It affects all aspects of your life. And so I would highly recommend staying far away from this trash show. So, that's all I have to say about season 1 of the X-Files. Fuck this show, fuck this season, and I hate having to watch this. Like, I thought the seasons that I've seen this year had been bad, like American Horror Story season 10. I'll take that light, crappy, fluffy show, season 10, a million times over this trash show. So please like this video if you liked it. Comment, tell me what you thought about season 1 of this shitty show. And then please subscribe to our channel if you want to see me review all the seasons and the movies that I don't give a flying fuck about, honestly. And Safi will join me to rank all the episodes, which I think that'll be even worse. So goodbye everybody, see you soon.